Hello everyone, welcome to Stet Talks. Let's talk about the picks for tomorrow, that is 4th of June 2022 at Bengaluru. So the climate at Bengaluru tomorrow is going to be partially cloudy, but no signs of major rainfall. So it's going to be all in all good weather for the horses to take their tracks. The first race tomorrow has a post time of 2:30 p.m. It's a 1100-meter race, the UDHAGAMANDALAM Plate Division 2 race. Picks for this race from my side is horse number one, Golden Grey. It's expected to start as the favorite. It has ran fourth to Fennet Branca over the 1200 meters in his last start. The last run was at an impressive timing of 1.08 second, running second to the gun point. And most importantly, jockey A.H. Arul has 4 podium finishes out of the 6 races that he has run in Bangalore. Can this be his first position? Let's have a look at it. Running next to it is Lady Supremo, which is the fastest 1100-meter horse in the race at 1.07.84 seconds. It's a Narindu family horse, the owner Narindu, the trainer Narindu, and also Yash Narindu being the jockey. All eyes on him as he takes the track. He runs 3 races today, so let's see how he's performing. This horse has been also seen very promising in the workouts, and with this, it can make a difference. So look out for orange horse with a black panel, orange seam and black sleeves. Then there is Max Miller, which is another horse which a lot of handicappers are not going by this horse. But the past records of this horse are pretty good, and I might go in for this horse. Okay. So the next horse on our list for this race number one is Perfect Hello, in which the jockeys and the trainers both are kind of new. They are waiting for the podium finishes, but the horse is really challenging. Perfect Hello spin up a surprise in the last race, and if not a winner, he might finish on a podium as well. Last pick of this race is Jai Vikram, horse number 8. Horse number 8 has had good starts initially, but the latest form is gone a bit low. It suggests otherwise. But looking at the lifetime performances, I won't be surprised if he manages a podium finish tomorrow. So I'm placing this horse also in my top 3 for race number 1. So here are my picks for this race. Number 1, Lady Supremo, horse number 3. For second position, I have horse number 8, Jai Vikram. And for third position, I have a tie at my end between horse number 1, Golden Grey, and horse number 7, Perfect Hello. If you're looking to play a long shot, you can play it for number 7. But yeah, as it is a long shot, I'm not sure about it very much. But 3, 8, 1/7 are my picks for race number 1. I'm moving to the second race, guys. The second race is the Civil Service Trophy Division 2. It's for maiden horses, and because it's for maiden horses who have not been placed at any position yet, so this is more than anything, it is a battle of jockeys and the trainers. But if you look at the field, there's Pete Trevor, there's Suresh Narandu, there's Ace, and there's Akshay Kumar, the table topper. So this is the battle of jockeys, guys. So in this race, I'm going with Excellent Ray, which is sired by the famous Excellent Art and owned by Vilu Punawala Racing and Breeding Private Limited. This horse might pull off a surprise victory in its maiden race. Also, this is the second race that Yash Narendra would be running back to back. So let's have a look at it. Inexhaustible is my horse for this particular race, because although it has had a bad run since January, but it is looking very impressive on its track rides, on its regular runs and trials. And plus, the tabletop jockey riding this horse, it might be a good choice to put it in your picks as well. Mighty Solo, horse number 4, ridden by jockey A Sandesh. And because A Sandesh Padmanabhan combination, the trainer jockey combination, has made it to podium finishes 6 out of the 10 times, I would ride on this horse and put it in my picks. An interesting fact of this race is Pete Trevor is my favorite jockey, but I hate to toss a Pete Trevor horse, but Roman Power being ridden by him, I'm tossing it and keeping it out of my picks. For my long shot, for my long shot, for my long shot, I am going with Solitaire horse number 6, specifically because Samir Sharif has had good runs in the past, and I would go by him. That's one. But here comes my favorite. My win favorite is horse number 8 in this particular race, which is Queenstown. A fun fact here is that Queenstown actually belongs to MS Manjri Horse Breeders Farm Private Limited, which is just located like a kilometer from here, next to my house. I can actually see it from my terrace. But that's not the only reason I'm going placing this horse on the first list. But this horse is really, really fast. It gives an amazing early start, and with the distance of 5 furlong, it's 1100-meter race, around about 5 furlong race. So it might have an advantage. Also, don't forget that it is ridden by Dashrath, and Dashrath hardly disappoints. So yes, guys, race number 2. Here are my picks. Number 1, horse number 8, Queenstown. Number 2, horse number 2, Inexhaustible. Number 3, horse number 4, Mighty Shallow. I also have another consideration here, which is horse number 1. You might take a look at it. And as I mentioned, Shamir Sharif is riding horse number 6, my Solitaire, and I'm putting my Solitaire as my Tukka, rather the long shot. So that is for race number 2. Moving on to bigger races, a 1400-meter race coming up, and that is race number 3, the Raja of BOBBILI Memorial Trophy, as it is called. And I have very straightforward picks on this one. And I'm actually playing along with Pete Trevor here. So Pete Trevor is one of my favorites. So this particular horse, Caracus, horse number 1, it has very good performances after long layoffs. And this horse is coming to Bangalore after February, which is a very good long layoff. And it might be a good scene to watch this horse run. Trevor had a good run a good run with this horse in the past as well. He finished fourth, but then the race was really good, and it had a very good race. Horse number 4 is my second favorite for the list. So this is owned by Mr. Adar Punawala, and the jockey is S. Narendu. This is expected to start as the morning line favorite, and it's a good long distance horse, and it might make to the podium finish. But a surprise here is Garamound, which is horse number 5, and Garamound has 7 out of 7 podium finishes. It is looking very impressive in the workouts. If you might have seen the workout videos, or if the people uh, who are visiting the Bangalore racetrack, they should confirm this, and it's really awesome to watch this horse. I've watched a few videos, and the distances that this horse has made it to the podium is also huge. So this horse just comes out of the outer ring, and it just slashes everyone apart. So my picks for this particular race are 5, 1, and 4. Race number 3, I'm going with 5, 1, 4. And obviously a long shot is capable. All right, I'm moving towards the fourth race now. The fourth race is an interesting race. It is visited by some of the great administrative officers in and around Bangalore. It's called as the Civil Service Trophy, Division 1, and it's a small race. It's a sprint race of 1100 meters, and also it's a maiden race. But this maiden race has a lot to talk about compared to the previous maiden race which we had talked about. Uh, I have a few surprise picks in here, and I'll start with number 2. A Golden Ring is my surprise pick for this race because this horse is really looking good, considering the fact that it is a maiden horse, hasn't run a race yet. Yash Narendu, riding the third race of the day, might get third time lucky and might have Golden Ring very well finish at the top of the podium. So that's with number 2. Then Starred Admiral, horse number 4, is the most experienced horse of the pack. Sorry. It has a very impressive record in Bangalore, and every time it has a new jockey, and still this horse manages to make it to the podium. The only time, last time I think it ran in Bangalore, it had to finish fourth towards the end of the race. It led the race, but then it finished fourth. But it had a very impressive timing, though. It was like one of the best timings, one of the best fast-paced races that we see these days. Another horse on my list is horse number 6, which is Creative Art. Is moving very impressively in morning trials. You can actually feel the horse beating at a very nice pace and moving around very briskly on the track. It's an offspring of Excellent Art, which is obviously which was the star of sprint races back then. It's trained by Prasanna KM and ridden by Shamesh Sharif. Again, it's a good trainer jockey combination to look at. Then the horse I'm looking at again is horse number 7, which is Lerena. Lerena, this horse has been doing well in the morning trials, but she faces a very tough opposition today. She's ran second in her last race, but the race was slow paced. Uh, an interesting thing here, the reason it is in my picks is because Ace Sandesh is seen in a very peak form these days, and he pulls up good surprises. It is seen in the past that Ace Sandesh rides some horses which are not in their good form, not in the pink of their health, and still pink of the performances, but still Ace Sandesh gets very good of them. I'm not picking a long shot for this race because it looks very straightforward, and I have two first, second positions for this one. So my picks here are for first position. I will either go with horse number 6 or 4, that is Creative Art or Star Admiral, followed by horse number 2 at second position, and horse number 7 Lerena at the third position. I'm moving to race number 5, which is the USHA stud place, second last race of the day. And this race is interesting because it has this horse, Lord Vader, and I put it in my picks, Lord Vader. If you remember in his last Mumbai race, Lord Vader was blown away from the field, and it was penalized. Even though that incident happened, I think this horse is gonna come out good. It has good winning distances. Bhavani Singh, the jockey, is in great touch, and it's a small race to pull off a bigger surprise. So that's horse number 2 for race number 5. Horse number 3 here is General Patron, sorry. General Patron, if you look at this horse, the number of third place finishes for this horse is not even believable. It has finished third on the podium in 5 of the 6 races that the horses ran in Bangalore. And I think this comes from a dam which has 17 third place finishes. So this horse has to break away from the flock and just make its position, maintain its position, and maintain it till the finish line in order to break that third place chain and make it to the first, second position. I have Donabella, horse number 4. I'm putting it as a long shot because if you see, it's a 12 horse field race, and this horse has pulled off a few surprises. So Donabella, horse number 4, is my long shot, not in my picks. But the next one, Schaffenberg, horse number 6. So it's a difficult word to pronounce. Schaffenberg. Looks like German. So Schaffenberg is my surprise pick for this particular race. A, because of its impressive past performances. B, because of the strategic position it is running from. C, because of its consistent pace, that is, the horse maintains throughout the race, and the ability of Inderjeet Singh to just get on top of his performance and just finish the race in style. So that's horse number 6. I have another P. Trevor horse on my list today. I've just tossed one P. Trevor horse today, and the rest of them are as is. I put them in my favorites, and that tells you how favorite a jockey P. Trevor is for me. So okay, horse number 8 is Ascoval. And Ascoval, because I told you that it's a P. Trevor horse, and has a good trainer jockey combination, has never ever stepped out of the podium in Bangalore on first and second finishes. I don't even think it has a place finish in Bangalore. Uh, and I'm thinking that this horse is gonna be placed in a third position in this particular race. So my picks for this race: first position horse number 6, SCHAFENBERG; second position horse number 3, General Patron; and third position I have a tie between Lord Weller, horse number 2, and horse number 8, Ascoval. I have a long shot. I have two long shots rather. Uh, Horse number 12, Benediction. It's a 12 horse field. That's why I have more picks. It's a horse number 12, Benediction, and horse number 4, as I already told, Donabella. Coming to the last race of the day, coming to the last race of 4th of June 2022 at Bengaluru, the UDHAGAMANDALAM Plate Division 1, one of the very famous races that are on the Bangalore racetrack. I have horse number 6. Sorry, I have horse number 1, Artesian, which is on my list. This horse has ran very in its last run. It ran very close to the pace and gave up over 200 meter in its 1400 meter race. I think this was the debut race for this particular horse. But it is moving in very impressively in the latest trials, and as Narendra might steal another victory to finish the day. So that's horse number 1, Artisan. Then horse number 2, Stunning Beauty, is on my list. Stunning Beauty has very good steady performances. It maintains good pace in the mid ranges, the second and the third quarters of the race. Maintains good pace from there. If it has ran a race last week in Bangalore and it finished third out of 11 horses. The only drawback of this horse, which I feel, is it is running its maiden 1100 meter race, but it still continues to be my favorite. Last pick of the last race is horse number 8, which is Baroness. Baroness is looking absolutely impressive in its trials, and this one is my surprise pick because of its great late pace and an ability to chase and finish the races. Naran Gowda, the trainer, also is looking for some great performances at Bengaluru racetrack. So my picks for this race are horse number 2 at first position, Stunning Beauty; horse number 1, Artesian, at second position; and horse number 8, Baroness, at the third position. 2-1-8, 2-1-8 for race number 6. I have a long shot, Southern Aristocrat, horse number 6. A very interesting fact about this horse is either this horse finishes at the podium or finishes at the bottom 3 places. So this is worth a long shot, and because it's a 12 horse race, if I'm not wrong, it'll fetch you good money as well. So guys, yeah, this is it for Bangalore on Saturday. Here are the recap of all the picks. So have a look at those. Make your picks. Go to the racetrack with these, and I hope you earn a lot of money. Have a safe bet and have a good day. Thank you guys. Look at the picks again.